Right, I'm gonna place a bet with you that after you've watched this video, you're never gonna make cheese on toast the same way again. If you're like me, you would have made cheese on toast in the same way that you grew up with, which is bread, butter, cheese, and seasoning. But I was making cheese on toast one day, and I thought, you know what? Why not jazz this up a little bit? It actually blew my mind from taking this cheese on toast from like a level 5, it's really good, it's solid, it's nice, it does the job, to honestly like level 10 or above. I'm going to use rye bread because I'm in Denmark and I've been massively influenced by the Danes. I'm going to put the little toaster rack thingy up so that once it's toasted, I'll pop the thing down again and leave the bread on top of this so then the heat dries the base out, because rye bread is pretty moist and I don't want it to be fluffy, I want it to be nice and crispy. I've also tried this with shitty white bread, which I say shitty white bread, it's incredible. I love crap white bread personally, and it still tastes amazing. So I'm not saying that this only tastes amazing because it's with rye bread. So when slicing the tomatoes, you don't want them too thick. So when you bite into the cheese on toast, all of the ingredients kind of slip out and especially like slip off the toast. And you also want it thin enough so that it can gently cook in the time that the cheese takes to melt. Same with a red onion. If you have it too thick, it'll be a little bit bitter, so you're going to want to slice this quite nice and thin. One of my favourite bits is to pop out the rings. And then, even better, you get to literally just make a little jigsaw. Put all the little pieces of tomato in place, they're all nice and snug, and just it's so satisfying when you get a little piece like this, and it just fits perfectly in the hole you had left. Then the red onion is just, it's like a game. You get to like fit all the little pieces. Honestly, it's like a mini little challenge. Especially putting all the little smaller circles inside the bigger circles. I don't know, maybe this is literally just me, but this made me really happy. Okay, now seasoning. This bit is actually pretty key. So to season this layer with the tomato and red onion, as well as after you put the cheese on, seasoning that layer as well. So basically, if you just seasoned the top that has the cheese on, it will enhance the flavour of the cheese, and the cheese will taste pretty rich and strong because of the salt and pepper that's on top of it. But the tomatoes and red onion will kind of just be a little bit meh. However, if you season the layer with the tomatoes and red onion as well, when you then bite into it, you've got the salt bringing the flavour out of the cheese, but then also you really can taste the difference in the layer of the tomato and red onion. It will just give it such a deeper flavour. You can kind of think of it as though if you were to just season the cheese, when you bite into it, the cheese tastes amazing. Whereas when you season the red onion and the tomatoes, they taste amazing as well as the cheese. Then you can taste all at once being amazing, instead of some of it just being a bit meh and some of it being like, whoa. Okay, so this is when I realised that I hadn't even turned the grill on. This then gave me time to think, and that meant time to make more. But whenever I make more of things, I kind of like to do them slightly differently, so that I was to have like one slice of the tomato one, and then I get to eat like another one in between, so that I get a little heterogeneity. Oh, that looks nice. So the second batch, I decided to add gains. I added some gains with some tinned mackerel, but you could maybe add something like cured meats maybe. That would actually be really good. I've actually done this with chorizo or salami in the past, when I've made pizzas and I've just had some leftover. That was actually pretty peng. Right, there you have it. Cheese on toast leveled up to level 10. If you want to see any more instructional cooking videos, feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.